comment on everything. But speaking about commenting on everything, we're going to get into Cocoa with Kymmy. So, Kim, go ahead and tell us what's steaming this week.
Cocoa with Kymmy, I have got to get on the owner
Bob McNair,
the Houston Texans.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I don't like to stereotype people, but you know how what I said, stop electing old white men over the age of 75. And this owner, he's not in politics, but he's in the NFL, which is very political, as we can tell, is one of those people. And guess what he said?
He said we can't have the inmates running the prison. That was
Houston
did an Texans owner Bob McNair
in a magazine, for a magazine, and you know they asked him his opinion on what was going on with the protesting amongst the NFL players. So his comment was, "You can't have the prisoners running the damn prison."
Yep. Offensive tackle Dwayne Brown told reporters that it was disrespectful and ignorant.
It was disrespectful and it was ignorant. Who says that? Well, you know who says that? The owner of the Texans and the owner of the Cowboys. They've made very offensive comments about their employees.
Well, what I also, from what I understand as well, too, when the players found out about it, they also walked off the facility.
Yeah, I heard that too. But it's really going to come down to, as we can see, what the people and what the fans say.
But you got to understand this, and I'm going to tell you something. This happened, I want to say, in the late 80s. Maybe Jay Black can remember this.
Why you don't think I'm going to remember
Because you don't watch football.
No, that's right.
You remember when the players had went on strike, and they went and they found the replacements? Remember the Redskins? That happened with the Redskins. Remember when all the players from, like, the Cowboys and the Redskins, the original players, like the star players, they stopped playing and they boycotted because they wanted, like, more money and things of that nature. This was like the 80s and 90s. They actually got a few documentaries on it, and they went and they got people off the street.
What?
Yeah, to play. To play. So that's the thing. Like, okay, y'all getting paid millions of dollars in this day and age, whereas they were getting a salary like we would get like a $35K a year, $40K a year for those replacement players, if that. Just imagine if those players not playing for those millions of dollars.
What if they were good?
What
the
about
players that they got off
I
the
could go to the CFL and get some players. I can go to.
But at the same time, though, they could, but the ratings still gonna go down because you're not getting that top quality. That top talent.
But as long as
who's to judge whether it's?
Because the reason I say it's gonna go down because the CFL is around. The CFL has been around, but we don't watch the CFL.
Absolutely.
Well, that's because they don't have a major network. Yeah.
We don't watch the D League. When
I watched the D League.
I watched it because my boy was in it, and I'm like, man, this is like me.
That's why I watched it too.
Yeah, right. But the point that I'm making is that when that happened, the Redskins was one of the biggest teams that did it. And when they did it, you know, they got those guys who didn't quite make it but could have been in the NFL. They got regular people off the street and they were still successful at it. So who's to say with all these leagues and all these different things going on in the world, you know, in 2017 versus 1985, 1986.
That it can't happen again.
That it can't happen again.
True.
And the ratings, yeah, they're going to go down because your favorite players are not going to be playing, but it's still going to be a good watch.
Yeah.
The marketing.
I mean, if you just want to watch a game being played. But, you know, I hate NFL. I think that is like such a waste of time. I don't get it. And for them to be this disrespectful, it just gives you more of a reason not to mess with it. And when I walked in here today and Jay Black said he was over it now, that was his last straw, I said, I'm just so happy. Welcome, Jay Black, to the club, because enough is enough. And
a lot of the owners are already racist. A lot of them are already racist. We know this.
Right. But there's an unhealthy relationship between Black American men and the NFL. Y'all love them and they don't love you. And that's what I don't like. It's like watching a train wreck relationship. It's like watching a dysfunctional relationship. You walk around, you represent all these teams, you have these men name on your back, and it's like that symbolism, that attention, that energy is like constantly going.
Ownership.
That's what we got to do.
We need to
Puffy talks like, we need. But Master P, when he said it, I believed him more than I believed Puffy. Like, I really think he would do that because what he's done with the basketball thing. I don't know. Do you think Puffy would really? I mean, I think
he would. I think he would invest in. I think Puffy would have his own team. But as far as him actually running the league. I don't see it from a business aspect.
I don't see him.
I could see Jay-Z doing it more so than him, and I don't even feel like Jay-Z really into sports. I think it's more so about the business aspect of it for Jay-Z.
I think he would invest. He could get the investors. Yes.
You can't have like sports fans.
Jay-Z is a quiet investor.
Right.
He pours a lot of money into the movement. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so I think it would be great, and I think they can do it. But that's what I'm saying about the young people now. Be fans of the people that are moving toward a resolution. You know what I mean? Be fans of the people that are coming up with answers to these questions that you have. You might not be able to do it, but everything you post, everything that you follow, everything that you watch is a vote for that person. You are voting every time you turn your TV on. You are voting every time you like something on Instagram. You're voting whether you believe it or not.
But even still, like even in the 60s, like when our families, when our ancestors was, picking cotton and things of that nature, you think that they still wanted to go to those plantations and pick cotton and tobacco and stuff like that? It's a job, and that's the same thing. You gotta look at it from an NFL standpoint, but they make
it's like how much money do you I mean, not for me to say to salary cap these guys, I mean, let you do what you do,
right?
But how much money you supposed? Some of these guys make like millions of dollars a year. I mean, you're good. Your family is good. You're good for generations. What are you putting your pride on the line for? You know what I mean?
I think at some point your integrity and and your morals, got to kick in. And I think for a lot of these people, I wouldn't say that they don't understand that, but I don't think it's a situation more so like where I just think it's more so a paycheck. It's just a paycheck,
At the same time, you got to think, man. A lot of these guys, they got all this money, but they don't really know how to control their finances.
But then also understand too, it's the pressure. Think about it. If you a guy just coming into the league, right? And let's just say, for instance, you making $250K or if that, and then you got a guy sitting next to you and he making $5 million and he balling every night. He got bottles of Ace of Spades. He eating filet mignon and lobster tails every night. You gonna feel that pressure to want to do the same thing, even though your funds is limited. So you have to be understanding of that as well.
Yes.
And